across the country, and we're going to be talking Star Wars. Want to know what is your favorite Star Wars movie? What was your favorite Star Wars character? All part of our Facebook Live conversation here on this Tuesday night. Welcome inside the comfy confines here at Channel 13. We'll be talking with Angela in a moment about some of the drizzle that we've seen, what we can expect when you wake up on Wednesday morning. That's all to come. Also this evening, we're going to be talking with friend of the show, Emily Longnecker. We'll find out about her interest in Star Wars coming up, and you'll want to see that. But she's also previewing the big story that she's working on tonight, looking ahead to the new vaccine goals that the president is putting together in terms of COVID across the country, and also talking about the mask guidance, which that has been a very interesting topic, certainly during this entire pandemic. And the Indiana State Fair resumes this summer after that year off last year. And so we want to know tonight, Facebook friends, what is your favorite part of the Indiana State Fair? We got a lot of things to talk about tonight over the next 15 minutes, but we want to bring in Angela tonight. So where do we start? Do we want to start with weather, or do we want to start with your interest or lack thereof in Star Wars?
See, I thought we were going to start with the fair food, because that's my favorite part.
It is the best part. I mean, I can just smell the pork tent and all the wonderful things. I can hardly wait to get to the fair this summer.
I know. So many things to look forward to. I am a Star Wars fan, kind of.
Kind of, okay.
A favorite movie was probably Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
They kind of lost me when they started naming them and going backwards or forwards.
It's a little confusing, right?
Whichever way they went.
Yeah, did you have a favorite character?
Oh, Chewbacca for sure.
Chewbacca, okay.
We named our dog Chewie because she looked like Chewbacca.
Is that right? So
yes.
That is where Chewie comes from. Oh,
yep.
I love that. Okay, well, that's good. Now, have you seen all the movies at this point?
No. I think I've seen, well, Return of the Jedi. Was that after Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, I think it was Star Wars and then
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and then Return of the Jedi,
I think my family took me to one other one. One of the ones with I don't know.
Yeah.
The number, I lost track.
Did you watch The Mandalorian? Did you get caught up in that?
No, but Mark, Luke, and Grace love The Mandalorian.
Yeah. And did you name Luke after Luke Skywalker?
No. No.
Okay.
No. Not that big of a fan. Just Chewie.
All right, more Star Wars fun still to come. Facebook friends, let us know your favorite character, favorite movie as we celebrate this May 4th. All right, so talk about the weather. We did have some drizzle today.
Yeah, it's just been kind of drizzly and damp most of the night. It was definitely one of those days that the Live Doppler 13 weather app could have done you favors, because I was able to get my walk in, even though it was kind of sprinkling at my house. I knew I was north of the heavy rain. So the app can be really helpful, especially on a day like today where we had rain, but it didn't rain all day everywhere. And speaking of rain, we're still tracking some with Live Doppler 13 radar. No lightning close to home. There are a couple of stronger storms along and south of the Ohio River, but that's really where the severe threat is now. And as you can see, the showers continue to move basically from west to east across the state. There are those stronger storms across central Kentucky. Been a couple of warnings down there. And the southern part of the state still has the potential for some heavier rain overnight. You can see what's across southern Illinois. That's going to slide just across the southern part of our viewing area. So Bloomington, Columbus, Greensburg, point south, you still may get into some heavy rain before it's all over. And you're still in the 50s. Bloomington, Columbus, Bedford, Shelbyville, even 53 in Indianapolis. But there is a push of cooler air coming behind this weather system. Kokomo already down to 49, and we will be in the 40s tomorrow morning. Probably a jacket, sweatshirt kind of day, although you can put the umbrella away and grab the sunglasses. With that northwest wind that will be 10 to 20, it's going to feel a little cooler than that close to 60 that we're forecasting tomorrow.
All right, very good. We do have some Facebook friends weighing in tonight on the subjects that we're talking about. Tanya says whenever they move a chair, or I'm sorry, whenever they move a desk at work, it sounds like Chewbacca.
I can't do
very
it. That was
good.
a very
That was
poor.
good. Sherry says never got into Star Wars. That's okay, Sherry.
Yeah.
Nick says R2-D2 was his favorite character.
Yeah.
And and some of the, Janice says Empire Strikes Back was her favorite Star Wars movie. So that's it's all fun. So Angela, we're going to get back to you coming up in a moment, but we do want to talk about our big story tonight. And of course, COVID, the vaccination effort across the country continues to be a big story. A couple of the big things that came out today. The president said that we're one step closer to seeing a vaccine for kids 12 to 15. That's got to go through several different panels, but that seems to be heading toward a possibility for younger teens. And we want to talk about mask guidelines tonight. Bring in our friend of the show, Emily Longnecker. Em, we'll get to your interest in Star Wars in a moment, but bring us up to speed on your story that we're going to be seeing tonight on 13 News at 11.
Well, I talked with a doctor with the Community Health Network, and we were talking about the latest guidelines from the CDC about wearing your mask. So if you're completely vaccinated and you're outside dining or with a group of people from different households, it's fine to go without a mask. But the CDC still being cautious and saying, you know, if you're outside and you haven't been fully vaccinated and you're near other people that are not from your household, you should probably wear a mask. And some people have criticized that and said that it's too cautious. Talked with this doctor tonight, and his thought was, you know, it's better to be cautious because we have these variants that could be coming into play in the next couple months. And so for the CDC to back off on masks and then go back and forth, it's confusing. So better to stay safe than sorry. But he was also talking about, you know, the push to have 70% of Americans vaccinated by July 4th. He called that a pretty lofty goal and said, you know, it might come down to having a vaccine mandate were his thoughts, that you might be in a situation to get to that 70% where you have to mandate.
Okay, so we're going to be getting more of your story. That's an important story for our Facebook friends to tune over and watch at 13 News at 11 o'clock. So thank you for that update. So I was monitoring your Twitter account today and saw a really cute picture of you when you were a little girl dressed up as one of the Star Wars characters. Tell us about tell us about that photo.
I mean, I was Princess Leia when I was 5 for
So
Halloween.
cute.
So my aunt made me the costume. So I had the little white robe and the buns in my hair. And I grew up with all little guys in my neighborhood. So
Right.
it was, you got into Star Wars, right? So I had my own lightsaber that I made and was at all the movies. We were running the neighborhood, saving the galaxy from a young age. I don't know. Not that I didn't like the Disney movies, but I think Princess Leia was probably the only princess I wanted to be.
Yeah, Princess Leia was very cool. So now I understand you've got some Star Wars memorabilia at that house?
So, you know, a few years ago when I got my own house, my parents said, hey, we need you to take all of your stuff now finally out of our attic, right? So they sent me like all of my Star Wars toys.
I love it.
Oh, look at my Darth Vader. Wait.
Does Darth Vader talk, or is that just a...
No, he doesn't talk. He's just one of those big figurines. Look, here's a stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper? Nice.
I'm going to get so many emails from this, right? People are like, oh my God, that girl has her Star Wars toys. Look, C-3PO.
Oh, C-3PO.
I was totally, you know, I was a complete Star Wars nerd.
That is awesome.
Empire's my favorite.
Empire Strikes Back is your favorite?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, that was my favorite. I definitely.
There you go. That's awesome. Learning more about Emily Longnecker tonight and hearing about
And
your
my
story.
Star Wars toys.
I just love it. All right, Em, great to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live. That is awesome. All right, so Emily has made my day. Another story that really has made, I think, a lot of Hoosiers' day was hearing today, Angela, that the Indiana State Fair, after being canceled last year because of the pandemic, it's on again.
That's great. I can't wait for a lemon shake-up, an elephant ear, corn on the cob is a lot of people's favorites.
Yeah.
And it will just be nice to have, you know, that end of summer, you know, kind of celebration.
Yep, that's right.
I say end of summer because it seems like the kids go back to school so early.
I know. It
so
seems like
for them it's the end of summer.
Right. Yeah, some schools, you know, back in July or whatever. But there are going to be changes to the state fair. They're going to add a weekend to the front end of the schedule. That way they can spread out attendance a bit. They're going to be closed every Monday and Tuesday. And as of right now, it's set to open July 30th through August 22nd. The fair's planning on having the carnival rides, fair food, 4-H competition, free entertainment, protocols about masks and social distancing still to be sort of worked out. But boy, we missed the fair last year, like so many things. And it just feels like getting back to normal by having the state fair open. More Hoosiers will be vaccinated, of course. It'll be so great to be back there.
It will be. And, you know, it feels like it's time.
Yeah. Did Sean Ash ever get you to try the garbage burger in the pork tent at all?
No, no.
Okay.
I've had the ribeye with him over there before.
That's good.
That might be my favorite over there.
Yeah, yeah. He and I years ago, we talked about this garbage burger. The pulled pork on top of the pork patty.
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh, Sean Ash, he changed my life. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. You mentioned the lemon shake up and all the, everything about the fair. It's just great, and it's great people watching too.
Oh, it is, and all the crazy foods they could come up with, the fried Oreos and anything fried.
Yeah, the swine barn is fun, and so all the music, the free stage. So we look forward to all of that. Facebook friends, let us know what's your favorite part of the Indiana State Fair. We'll give you a shout out. All right, so let's talk now as we kind of wrap up the evening with May 4th. As you know, this is the Star Wars day across the country. A lot of programs and things have been happening, and we want to show you a little bit about what happened out at the Vic. So this is Victory Field. They played a Star Wars movie there on the big screen. They had plans to have about 1,000 people out there, so they had the Star Wars A New Hope playing out there. They've got their lawn chairs out there, on the beautiful grass, light breeze, and I think it was kind of sprinkling when Sean was doing the weather.
Yeah, but the heavy rain really held off. We kind of talked about it last night. It was going to be kind of iffy, but Indianapolis at least was just north of the heavy rain a good part of the day. I think we ended up with just about 1/1300ths of an inch total for the day. So hopefully they had more fans than what we're showing here. But Sean admittedly was out there when the gates opened at 6, and it didn't get underway until closer to 7.
Yeah, such a wonderful event out there. I was glad a lot of Hoosiers were able to get out there and enjoy it. So what we want to know tonight, 2 questions, Facebook friends. What was your favorite Star Wars movie? And what is your favorite Star Wars character? So Angela, if you missed the top of the show, said Chewbacca.
Yeah,
was her favorite.
Chewbacca and Empire Strikes Back. How about you?
My favorite was the opening, the very first Star Wars movie back in '77. So the original by George Lucas. That changed movies. I think Jaws and Star Wars were the 2 big, game changers for me. Didn't want to go back in the ocean after seeing Jaws. I've gone back in since, of course, but as a kid, didn't want to go back in. But Star Wars was unlike anything I had ever seen before. These amazing characters, great special effects at the time.
Sure.
And, look, Yoda, I think, has always been sort of near and dear to my heart. I just love the character. And when The Mandalorian came out, I loved the little baby Yoda, as they called him, the child.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad
Grogu.
you mentioned Baby Yoda, because we have one of our Facebook friends, Jill, had a granddaughter born today.
Right.
Her dad was so excited she was born on May 4th.
Oh, great.
May 4th be with you.
Oh, nice.
She's my baby Yoda.
Oh, that's great.
Sweet.
So you say Jill?
Jill. Congrats, Jill.
Congrats, Jill. That is awesome. So let us know, so here are some of the characters. Darth Vader, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Princess Leia. As we learned, Emily Longnecker loved Princess Leia. Jabba the Hutt, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Kylo Ren, Han Solo, Darth Maul, Jar Jar Binks, R2-D2, C-3PO, Count Dooku, BB-8, the child. The Facebook friends weigh in tonight. Let us know what your favorite character was.
It's an interesting, mix of comments tonight. Everything from Yoda to fried Oreos. So, because we're talking about the fair too.
Those fried Oreos are they'll change your life.
We've got a teacher chiming in. No, we don't want end of summer yet. I think she's just getting ready to kick off summer here in about, a month or so. So not looking forward to end of summer. Lots of comments on Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And then another comment, pineapple whip.
Oh, pineapple whips.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
And the grilled cheese and the chocolate milkshake from the Dairy Barn.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, the whole Dairy Barn. What is the argument is it a bar or is it a barn?
Oh, I thought it was the barn.
Is
it Dairy Bar?
No, it's okay. It's fine. I think that's Query and Schultz, they always used to sort of banter back and forth about whether it was a bar or whether it was a barn. But you're right, the food at the Dairy Barn is fantastic. So
I think a bar is like a beer, not a milkshake.
It feels like a barn
It's kind
to
of
me.
a hut-ish.
But you're right, the grilled cheese, outstanding. All the milkshakes, just fantastic.
Yeah,
so.
we got a Skywalker fan.
Good.
Cindy says C3PO.
Nice.
Lemon shake up, elephant ear.
Yep.
See, these are great comments. We need to do this more often. Two completely different questions, and then you get all sorts of fun responses.
Right. Well, it's good to see. So again, for folks who missed you at the beginning and are wondering about the weather for tomorrow when they wake up, what can you tell them?
The rain will be gone by the time we wake up tomorrow. I would say sweatshirt, jacket kind of day, and sunglasses. You can put the umbrella away at least
Nice.
for tomorrow. 40s, upper 40s to start, near 60 for a high, but a breeze. It'll be a cool wind out of the northwest, so it may feel a little cooler than that 60 most of
All
the day.
right, time for a cool change, right?
There you go.
And too early to look at Mother's Day still?
You know, if you made me say it right this minute,
I'm
it
gonna
will
make
rain.
you say it.
It will rain on Mother's Day. Do I think it's
no.
going to be a complete washout? There's hinting that we might get a few hours later in the day.
Okay.
So we've got a few days
Yeah.
to work it all out.
So you're telling us there's a chance.
There's a chance that we have a few days for the system to go south.
All right, very good, Angela. Great to hang with you and Facebook friends. We love hanging with you. Love to get all your comments. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in tonight in 45 minutes at 11 o'clock. We'll be talking about our big story, of course, the COVID vaccine. Angela will lay out the 7-day forecast. That way you can make your outdoor plans. And we'll be talking about all sorts of cool stuff, all coming up on the big show, 13 News at 11. We'll see you then. Good night.